In the grand tapestry of Christian teaching, few moments resonate with such clarity and gentle power as the Sermon on the Mount. Imagine sitting on a grassy hillside, the air still and warm, listening to Jesus speak. His words were not just for the crowd gathered that day. They were for you, for me, for all of us, echoing through the centuries with a message of profound hope. He spoke of a kingdom unlike any on earth, a kingdom built on love, mercy, and grace. He invited ordinary people, fishermen, tax collectors, and everyday folks, into an extraordinary story. It was a story where the humble are lifted high and the forgotten are given a place of honor. This is the heart of the gospel. His teachings were simple, yet they held the weight of eternity. They were not complex rules or heavy burdens. Instead, they were invitations to a better way of living, a way guided by the hand of a loving Father. Jesus looked at the faces before him, seeing not just their present struggles but their incredible potential. He saw hearts capable of immense love and hands capable of great kindness. He knew the world was often a dark and confusing place, filled with shadows of fear and despair. So he offered them something revolutionary, a new identity. He didn't just give them a map, he offered to be their compass, their guide through the wilderness of life. It was in this setting that he delivered one of his most famous declarations. He looked out at the people, these everyday souls, and said, "You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Think about that." He didn't say, "You could be the light," or "You should try to be the light." He stated it as a fact. You are the light. This wasn't a suggestion. It was a revelation of who we become when we follow him. It's a foundational truth for every believer. You are not meant to blend in with the shadows. You are designed to stand out, to shine, to illuminate the path for others who are lost in the dark. This powerful statement changes everything. It means our existence has a divine purpose. We are not just wandering through life hoping to find our way. We have been given a role, a mission. Just as a lighthouse is built on a rocky shore to guide ships safely to harbor, we are placed in our families, our workplaces, and our communities to be beacons of hope. Our lives are meant to point towards something greater, something truer. We are living signposts, pointing to the ultimate source of all light, God Himself. This isn't about being perfect, it's about reflecting the one who is.
Being called the light of the world is more than a beautiful metaphor. It is a profound honor and a sacred responsibility. Consider the simple function of a lamp. It doesn't generate its own light. It is designed to hold a flame or channel a current, allowing the light to pour out and fill a room. In the same way, we don't create our own spiritual light. We reflect the light of Christ. When we accept His grace, His light begins to shine within us, and our job is to let it be seen. It's a partnership. God provides the unending source of light, and we provide the vessel through which it can shine into the world. What a privilege that is. This responsibility calls us to live intentionally. Our daily actions become the very wick that carries the flame. How do we reflect this light? It's often in the small, seemingly insignificant moments of our day. It's the patient answer you give a frustrated coworker. It's the gentle word of encouragement you offer a friend who is struggling. It's the quiet prayer you say for a stranger. These are not just random acts of kindness. They are beams of light piercing through the darkness. Every time you choose compassion over judgment or forgiveness over bitterness, you are turning up the brightness of your lamp for all to see. Living as light also means we must be mindful of what can dim our flame. Jesus warned, "Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl." Things like anger, pointless arguments, and unforgiveness are like bowls that cover our light. They don't extinguish it, but they certainly hide it from a world that desperately needs to see it. When we engage in gossip or hold on to grudges, we are effectively choosing to hide the very hope we are meant to share. Our calling is to clear away these obstructions, to keep our wicks trimmed so the light can shine brightly and freely, unhindered by the clutter of negativity. This is a high calling, but we are not left to achieve it on our own. God, the source of all light, is also the one who empowers us to shine. He gives us the strength to be kind when we feel weary and the grace to be forgiving when we have been wronged. Our responsibility is not to be a perfect, blinding searchlight, but a steady, consistent glow. It's about being a faithful presence, a reliable source of warmth and illumination in the corners of the world where we have been placed. It is an honor to be used by God in such a meaningful way. Every good deed, no matter how small it may seem, contributes to the brightness. You may think that your small act of service doesn't make a difference, but you never know how far its light will travel. A single match can ignite a bonfire. A friendly smile can change the entire outlook of someone's day. Holding a door, sharing a meal, or simply listening with an open heart. These are the practical ways we tend to our flame. They are the daily choices that keep our light from fading. God doesn't ask us to do everything, but He does ask us to do something. He asks us to use what we have, right where we are. The world can sometimes feel overwhelmingly dark. The news is filled with stories of conflict and pain, and it can be tempting to feel that our small light is insignificant against such a vast shadow. But that is precisely when our light is needed most. A light is most noticeable in the darkest of places. When everything seems hopeless, a single act of love or a word of truth can shine like a star in the night sky. It provides a focal point, a glimmer of hope that reminds people that darkness has not won and they are not alone. Therefore, let your light shine. Don't hide it out of fear or insecurity. Don't let the mistakes of yesterday convince you that your light is gone. God's grace is sufficient to relight your lamp again and again. Your purpose is to illuminate. When you live a life that reflects God's goodness, you are doing more than just being a good person. You are participating in God's redemptive work. You are exposing the darkness not by yelling at it, but simply by being present and shining. Light, by its very nature, dispels darkness effortlessly. It doesn't have to fight, it just has to be. So serve God wherever you find yourself. You don't need a grand stage or a large audience. Your mission field might be your kitchen table, your office cubicle, or the checkout line at the grocery store. In these ordinary places, you have the opportunity to do extraordinary things. Be a beacon of peace in a world of anxiety. Be a source of joy amidst sorrow. Be a reflection of God's unwavering love. Tend to your flame with care and trust that God will use its warmth and light to touch hearts in ways you may never even know. So, we press on. We continue to shine even when it's hard. There will be days when the wind and rain of life threaten to extinguish our flame. We will face discouragement, opposition, and our own personal failings. On these days, it is easy to want to retreat, to hide our light away where it can't be battered. But this is our moment to trust. We must remember that the light within us is not our own. It is the unquenchable light of Christ, and no amount of darkness can ever overcome it. Our job is to simply stay connected to the source, to lean on God for strength. Let this be your constant encouragement. Your light matters, every single flicker of it. The world is thirsty for hope, and you carry the living water. The world is lost in shadows, and you are a bearer of the dawn. Do not underestimate the power God has placed within you. He has chosen you, an ordinary person, to carry His extraordinary light. He trusts you with this mission. He believes in your ability to shine because He is the one who will be shining through you. Let this knowledge fill you with courage and a quiet confidence as you go about your day. Your life is a testimony. It is a story being written not just with words, but with actions of love, deeds of mercy, and a spirit of grace. Let your story be one that illuminates the goodness of God. Let people see your good deeds, not for your own glory, but so that they might look up and give glory to your Father in heaven. This is the ultimate purpose of our light, to point others to the source. We are like mirrors, positioned to reflect the sun, and in doing so, we bring warmth and light to those who are cold and in the dark. So shine on. Shine with the love of Christ. Shine with the hope of the resurrection. Shine with the peace that surpasses all understanding. Do not grow weary in doing good. Trust that God sees every effort, every prayer, and every act of kindness. He is using your light, your unique and beautiful light, to draw people to Himself. You are a city on a hill, a lamp on a stand. You are the light of the world, So let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.